Okay, second video of the Kayline soft doors on the Suzuki Samurai. Here I've got the upper half of the door mounted as well. Get a little closer. Okay, so my lighting sucks out here. There we go. You can see it does line up with the Suzuki body lines more or less correctly. Sorry, my phone does not adjust well to changing light. More or less correctly is definitely the key here. It fits a whole heck of a lot better than when people put the CJ7 doors on the Samurai. These hinges I had to custom make myself due to when I got the door second hand, they did not include the hinges. And it's basically this flat plate with the back half of a CJ7 style hinge welded to it. You can kind of see where I welded it together and then ground it back. So it's more or less a stock style hinge, just extended to meet the plates or the pins in the doors correctly. And you see here there's a pretty decent gap in there between the door and the body itself. There's a smaller one here at the lower hinge. It's not horrible, but yeah, it's still there. I'm actually wondering if I possibly got maybe like an early prototype set of these doors, due to, you can see where the top of the door top half doesn't really line up properly with the bottom half. You can see here where the Velcro that attaches the two is not lined up very well at all. If I take that off, you can see where the previous owner added another strip of sticky back Velcro here to try and accommodate that. It kind of works, but it doesn't stick very well. Open these up. The top half does have a full window zipper around it. The window is not removable. You can only unzip it. And it just folds down like that. But if you actually look, the stitching is really, really bad. I'm not at all happy with that. And if I actually paid full retail for these, I would not at all be happy. Zip that back up. You can see up in here, the stitching quality is just bad. I mean, I've seen better stuff come out of China than this. I think part of it might be up in this area here. If I take this tube down a little bit, get the front of the door down, it may actually line up a little bit better. You can see the rest of the sticky that was added to it. And the rest of the stuff isn't too bad. That door handle is horrible, as I showed in my last video. There is some weather stripping down at the bottom, which I should have shown that in the last video too, but it basically just meets up in this section here of the door, whereas the hard door would meet up here, and obviously I'm missing a good chunk of the weather stripping in this one. This is a Trailer Queen trail toy. I really don't care that much. The hard doors only go on if I know I'm going to be going up into snow or mud, and it's just to keep most of the stuff off of me and keep a little bit of heat inside the cab. Get another view of the door hinges up in there, how everything lines up. I mean, so it's not horrible, but they're definitely not great either. Yeah, I almost would say that if you're just looking for the lower half, the CJ7 doors might actually be a better way to go than trying to track these down, because these just aren't good. Let me see if I can get these closed. Sorry, cell phone in hand doesn't work very well when you're by yourself. That's latched in, and you can see up there again, there is a huge amount of gap in there. And I mean, I think I could probably get some foam rubber or something in there to seal that up, kind of. The bottom wouldn't be too bad. You know, and even if they extended that rubber strip all the way around, I don't know how much good it would do. But in there, I mean, that whole tube section just needs to be completely reformed. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is just go ahead and run these for a while as is. See how it plays out, maybe make a few tweaks here and there. But if I decide that I do in fact like the soft doors as opposed to the hard door setup on this, then I'm probably going to use these as a beginning pattern, and then just take and jig out something better that forms to the body a little bit better. make something that has more of a full zip out window, you know, would actually seal up properly. You know, because I could see, you know, in a gentle rain, these wouldn't be too horrible. But if I got any kind of major downpour, I'd still be getting pretty wet. And, you know, that kind of gap up there, that's just going to funnel water and wind and cold right into this thing. Yeah, it's still going to be far better than being wide open, but yeah, not by much. So anyways, that's another overview. I mean, if anybody has any questions, wants to see anything else, you know, feel free to send me a message or post up it in here and something here. And feel free to go and tell me how much I suck at making videos, because obviously I'm not a video guy. I've only done a few of these. You can see my channel. I'm not good at this. And I'm one of those tools that I complain about all the time, about people who make videos who obviously have no friends and have to hold the cell phone by themselves. And yay, now I'm one of those guys. Anyways, have a good one.